Yeah, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I got a great show lined up for you guys today. What up, gang? Yeah, man, we in the building today. We finna inspire and motivate some people in addiction today. I'm in the studio today, and I got Anthony Giovonni in the building today, and we finna cook up another great interview for you guys today. We want to inspire y'all battling addiction, people that is in active addiction. That is what it's about at the end of the day. So I'm gonna need you guys to sit back, unwind, go get you a drink or something. No alcohol. We ain't doing no alcohol. Go get you some water, some juice, and sit back a little minute because you about to get some entertainment today. We finna rock out how we rock out, and I'm gonna need you guys to stick around with me. Me and Anthony Giovanni, we finna cook up another great interview. Let's go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Let my bums go. Yeah, man, it's a great day today. It's a great day. It's feel good outside. And if you woke up for the day, if you woke up this morning, give yourself a round of applause today. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning, right? It's a lot of people. A lot of people didn't wake up this morning. So you are blessed. Take advantage of that blessing that God gave you and the opportunity that you have today. Hey, this is not a Debbie Downer today because I got a great, great friend in the building. I got my boy in the building, Paul. No Diddy. Yeah, yeah. We finna rock out how we rock out, man, because this is what it is in the end of the day. It's about us that was in addiction to share our stories, right? Share our stories in hope that somebody out there would take something from what we went through and to try to change their lives as well. I am Mr. Show Out TV, and I'm the host of the Sober Gang Experience podcast. I am 2.5 years clean. Alcohol was my drug of choice. Later on, late in my life, I started to dibble and dab with cocaine, and that just led me down the wrong path. I took the necessary steps to get myself together. I went to treatment, and today I stand before you right now, 2.5 years clean. So, like I said, let me give myself a round of applause for that. Yes, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. But today, like I said, everybody, we're going to cook up another great episode for you guys today. So let me bring my guest speaker in the building today.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
It's that
Welcome back. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on today. Because, like I said, one thing that we need to do in addiction is share our stories. You know, some people are still kind of nervous when it comes to sharing their stories, sharing their addiction stories. A lot of people ain't comfortable yet, but for the ones that is comfortable, I love to bring them to the platform so they can share their stories. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about trying to inspire and motivate other people that is in addiction someday. So, like I said, man, let me give you a round of applause for accepting this today, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna jump it off. We're gonna jump it off. I got a few questions for you, man. Like I said, we're gonna rock out how we rock out. Growing up, how was your childhood?
my childhood. It's it was pretty wild, man. Dysfunctional. I grew up with my mom. She had 9 kids. One was deceased before I was born. My childhood. I was a average hood dude. Average hood kid. Running around wild, acting crazy, getting trouble in the neighborhood, projects, starting problems, man. Just living that hood life. I just wanted to be wild and got so used to chaos, man. That's all I wanted to do was be chaos, man. My mom and dad, they had good jobs, but my dad, he suffered from this disease too, man. He passed away a few years ago. He died in alcoholic. He was in the Navy, and he was a bad alcoholic, man. He used to beat my mom all the time. Cheating on my mom all the time, and that used to hurt me a lot. But I was so little, I couldn't do nothing about it. 'Cause I was so little. So my older brother would come. We used to come around and stuff, man. They
Okay.
had like him and my other brother. It was wild, but they handled the business. My older brother, he had to drop out of high school to help my mother out,
Right.
because my dad, he wasn't around. He was out smoking crack, drinking all the time. Wasn't doing what he needed to do. We owned a house and everything, but my dad, that disease is powerful, man. That shit will destroy you in many ways. It lost, it will make you lose things, man, that you never thought you can have, man. If you don't stay humble, if you don't, if you don't forget, if you get where you came from, man, that disease will get you quick. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? That's why every single day, today, I try to do the next right thing. I get it, man. We all got defects, man. It's this, one of my defects, man. I'm gonna be real. It's females, man. And
Right.
I
Right.
have a hard time in relationships. Sometimes I get in a relationship, man. I sometimes because I'm not used to this. This life is still new to me. I'm 2 years sober. I just got 2 years back in November, right? And yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
November 7th, 2021. That's my sober date. You know what I'm saying? But like today is new to me. I still don't know how to be in a relationship sometimes, man.
Right.
Cause I'm so used to you being wild, but I'm learning day by day, man, to learn how to be in a relationship. Because sometimes it be hard to walk away. You get so caught up, you get so in love, and you start loving them, and you start losing you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
You start getting distracted off of what you need to do, and you just focus on that relationship. And it's like, damn, man, you got to find a balance in that. So, it's hard, man. You know,
Do you think
it's
that?
tough.
Yeah. Do you think that a lot of it, that you basing on the relationships, on your relationship problem? Do you think a lot of that was because of you were probably in the street, or you were just too much at the time, just too much doing you?
Part too much. Both. Actually, I feel like it was both.
Right.
Like, I was too much in the street being wild. I wanted to be like flashy all the time. I wanted to be thing, but like, I wanted to be seen all the time. I wanted to be like, I wanted to be like, I couldn't just have one chick, man, before,
Right.
man.
Right.
I had to have multiple. I had to be old. You know what I'm saying? Cause like my mom used to tell me all the time. She was like, you say you don't want to be like your father, but you're moving like him.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, damn, that it brought me right down. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like and like I hurt my mom in a lot of ways, man. This time she was like, man, I used to be scared to turn the TV on.
Hmm.
Cause you know what I'm saying. I might think you end up on the TV on the news or something. Like she's
Right.
scared turn the TV on, like and I mean I get it, man. And today, man, I like I try to be there as much as possible for my mother, man. Like we don't live in the same city, but she lives like an hour from me. But
Right.
like I FaceTime her and all that. I try to see her when I can, man. Make up time and because I did a lot of crazy stuff, man. That I regret, man. And all I can do is change the behavior now. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's all I can do, man.
Are you on the right path? You're on the right path. So
Yeah,
Anthony, so basically, you was a 304 out here. You're for the streets, huh? You couldn't
yeah,
keep
yeah,
no
yeah.
more. I mean, I
I was
know.
definitely for the streets, man. That's all I knew. That's all I grew up around, man. That's
Yeah.
what I think. And I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts,
Right.
right? But
Right.
I grew up in like the Berkshire County area, where a lot of folks is like, around this area where I'm living at now. A lot of folks, they're sophisticated and they ain't having that shit around here.
Right. 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 So the women wise, so did you get in a
Yeah,
lot of trouble with all these women that you have?
yeah, I was. Even a few months ago, I mean, like it's still with me today, man. It's like, okay, when I do get in a relationship today, I do just today I have one, but sometimes, man, like I don't know what it is, but toxic loves me. I don't know why it's always finding me toxic relationship,
Right.
controlling. I don't know why it's like it used to turn me on like that
Right.
freak. I don't
Right.
I was like, damn, you get so caught up in the controlling
Yeah.
but like I had to look at I had to start looking at their point of view too, because you know women go through same things too, and like okay, they complain about us men, but they do the same thing we do.
Right.
they
Right.
they want they want to they want to get something off just like we like to get something off. And
Right.
me, I was just always looking for a relationship. I couldn't just hit something and walk away, and
Right.
I'm expecting something. And And they say, "Oh, what you talking about? I was just trying to get something." No, I start flipping out like, "What? I spent all this money last night."
So you love when you love hard. That's what you're trying to say.
I got a big heart, man, a
Right.
big heart, and it's like sometimes it's like it'd be hard for me to say no,
The turn
man.
off.
It's
Yeah.
like, but today, man, I gotta learn to say no because the field I work in, I work with people that's coming off the streets.
Hmm.
I work with like it's like a post detox place, like a step down unit from detox,
Right.
and I work with people every day. I work with like I see that stuff every day, so it keeps me reminded. Plus, on top of that, man, it's like it's different for me too because I'm dealing with people like me, and sometimes I get frustrated. I be like, "Oh, I gotta Anthony, you gotta remember, man, you was in that same position before. So, and you don't get cocky, man, because you could end up right back there. You know what
Oh,
I'm
most
saying?
definitely, most definitely,
Yeah,
most definitely. You never can let your guard down. And
you never,
one thing
man.
I love to tell a lot of people about this addiction and the recovery process that it is a 24-hour job.
Yeah,
We must always remember that and tell ourselves that every day, every hour, every second, we must sustain our sobriety,
yeah,
man. This is a 24-hour job. We can't just turn this off.
yeah.
So
You
we're
gotta
gonna just
stay
yeah.
surrendered, man, because I watch Father Martin a lot, right? And he said,
Mhm.
man, he said, don't get in that ring, man. You know what's gonna happen if you get in that ring.
Right,
And me, I always say, listen, it's like what I say is it's like getting in that ring with Mike Tyson, man.
right.
You gonna get knocked the hell out, you know?
You gonna get knocked out. You gonna get knocked out. Mike Tyson go get you. Especially when Mike Tyson was at his prime and he
Yeah,
wasn't on
yeah.
all them drugs,
With
man.
that,
Yeah, yeah. When he was focused, man, you
yeah,
uh, uh, uh.
yeah.
What
But
you think
yeah,
about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? I'm gonna jump off the topic real quick. What you think about Jake Paul?
I think, uh, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be good. But Mike Tyson for his age, man, he still got it.
Yes, he do.
He still got it. And I think
Yeah,
like me, honestly, man, Jake Paul, like, okay, he okay, he rocking a little bit, but
yeah.
he doesn't fight real boxers, man. He fight
No, no,
dudes
no.
that
He's not a boxer. He
he's not a
when
boxer. He don't
but
he
what
on that juice. He on that juice.
one
So
thing I really know about Jake Paul is he has created a big business for himself.
he
He
did.
started out fighting like going against YouTubers. Now he getting main card events, main people
Yeah,
in the ring, and a lot of people say, and I predict this too. Mike Tyson gonna knock him out because it's one thing to fight, box, and train, but to
yeah,
actually get hit by Mike Tyson in the
yeah.
body is different.
It's a whole different.
That's different. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want them problems with Mike Tyson
Yeah,
like that. I'm telling y'all. Getting hit by that
yeah,
man in the body,
right.
you
Yeah,
don't want it. You're gonna be throwing up your lunch for the rest of the week.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go on. Let's continue with the show.
All right, all
'Cause I
right.
love the way this conversation going. We vibing,
Yeah,
we
we
cooking
vibing, man,
up.
chilling.
I enjoy this. And if y'all loving any parts of this content right now, help us to fight the YouTube algorithm by smashing the like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. What was the experience like? Your dad being a Navy SEAL?
I was real little, so like, I mean, he was like, I lie, he was really strict. Like, he was like really strict a certain way. I was like I said, I was little, so like I didn't see too much of like I couldn't remember too much, but I just remember him like he was just like he had that aura, that like strict aura, that like that he drinker. He you know what I'm saying, he was drinker, and I'm not gonna lie. He did his part of taking care of us, but like he chose that street more than he chose his kids. Man, I'm gonna be real. He chose the crack and he chose the bottle more than his kid. Man, he had a brand new car. We had a brand new house, and we lost it because of his addiction. My mom owned a store, man, and he messed that up for her. Man, my mom had a good business going. It was a gift shop in Boston, and he messed that up, man. And to this day, man, my mom, but my mom has moved on since then. She's doing what she needs to do today. But
Mhm.
like, it's very it was very like it was very tough as a kid, man, because I grew up in the household when everyone, we argued a lot, and my mom was there for us. Like my mom, when she got separated from him, man, she took on 8 of us, man, alone, man. My older
Right,
brother had to help us. So
right.
like my mom, she's a strong woman, and I give it to her, man.
So you,
I
you
give it
ba-
to her.
yeah, you basically got a big family. Are you the youngest out of all
Yeah,
the
I'm the
boys?
baby. I'm the baby of 9. Yeah, I'm the baby. I'm the baby of 9. I'm the baby of 9 children.
So
Uh,
me and you got something in common. I'm the
yeah,
baby
yeah,
boy out of 5. Yeah, I'm the
yeah,
baby
yeah.
boy.
I got
Yeah,
5 sisters, and there's 3 boys all together. So like,
right,
and grow up in a house with all females, man. You learn to like, you learn how to you learn patience a little bit.
right. Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
five girls, man. So it's like, it's different. I learned how to. I learned. I know how women are. So like, that's one thing about me. Cause having 5 sisters, I was blessed with that to learn how women are, what they like, and all that stuff.
Right,
It's
right,
just me, man. I did it. Sometimes I did the opposite. I was like, being a little player, man, doing
right,
I wasn't supposed to be doing, man, and you
right.
know what I mean. But I'm a changed man today, though.
Oh man, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in
It's
progress. Yeah,
tough. It's tough. I mean,
yeah,
because
yeah.
being a man, you're not married, right?
No, I ain't with
Okay. I
nobody.
mean, so you can move and groove the way you want, but like you said at the beginning, you say you love hard. So it's
Yeah,
very hard to. It seems like when a person come into my life, right, especially a female, you know what I mean. When a female come into my life, I love hard. I love hard. I'm like you. It just ain't no one time thing over here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Unless I wanted to make it like that. The majority of the time, the women that I go after, I look at them like, could this be something more than just that one night stand type of situation?
right.
So I make sure I value and I make sure I pick out the right woman at times. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
very important. That's very important. Being a part of a big family and a big household. When did you start to notice that your parents was having a problem with the arguments and stuff?
When I was real little, man, I used to hear a lot of yelling and
Right.
stuff. One time, I remember, man, my dad he pushed my mom against the refrigerator and she broke her arm, man. I
Oh,
remember that. I was like 4 years old. I remember that, and my oldest brother came over and he flipped out, man. I can remember just the yelling and I was scared. I remember the yelling, and that's all I remember was the yelling, and that's all I can remember was that yelling, and it scared me. It traumatized me as to like, it traumatized me today. Like today, man, I don't play around with men putting their hands on women, man. Like it bothers me a lot, because
yeah, that's some
my
sucker shit. Yeah,
yeah, my mom went through a lot of domestic violence, and we had to separate from him. He found us again. We had to keep moving from him, and it definitely makes me think different about that today, man. And it's just like, so
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Especially being a kid going through that situation as well, because I went through a situation where I was young, like you said, I'm the baby boy out of 5 kids. So my older sisters and brothers, and them, they witnessed a lot more from my dad because my dad
right,
was an alcoholic, but my dad was the provider. My dad, we had a house built from scratch. One of the first houses on the block. My daddy was a farmer, not a farmer like growing
yeah,
stuff, but he was a foreman of a plant. This
right,
this company. So my dad was making great money, and plus my daddy went to the service itself. So my mama didn't have to work for nothing, but my dad had an alcohol problem,
yeah,
right? And so I had to, as a kid, I would listen to them argue in the room, and I could hear my mom yelling and screaming. And one thing that I would do, I couldn't do much. I was just like you. I couldn't do much because I was young. But one
yeah,
thing I could do, one thing I always did when I was hear them arguing, I go sit beside the bedroom door. They had the door closed, so I would sit down as a kid by the bedroom door, and that way to me, I was helping my mom out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
about all I can do was sit beside the door and tap on a door and be like, "Mom, mom, mom," and hopefully the argument. When I did that, the arguments would stop a little bit. Because one
yeah,
thing my dad didn't like to do was to let me see what was really going on. Because I was the
right,
baby boy, and my dad was trying to get himself together at that time. Because when I came into the fold, he was going back and forth to rehabs. He was trying to get himself together. So he really wasn't trying to let me see too much of what was going on. And so that was my way of trying to stop the arguments and
Right.
everything. Yeah. In your opinion, what do you think was the cause of the arguments?
Uh, like he was my dad. He was a really jealous guy, and my mom is a very pretty woman, and not even that. It was just like the alcohol and the drugs what made him that way. Cause
Right.
that stuff like that shit really changes you, man. It really changes who you are, and like my dad, he could be a wonderful person. Cause I've seen it. He could be a wonderful person when he wasn't drinking, and like you know. My mom, she was like, like me, she had a big heart, and she took care, like she was one handling the responsibilities, handling responsibilities way more than him. And like it was you know he didn't want to hear nothing. He didn't want to hear no criticism. He didn't want to hear no nothing he did wrong. He wanted to just blame everybody else, man. And like it was the drugs and the alcohol what caused it, man. My mom got sick and tired. Yeah, she was a drinker too, but you know my mom has some sober time now. She's been sober for quite some time, but
Right.
what started it was his drinking and drugging, man. And and plus he was jealous, man. Like, say if a dude even just looks at my mother, he would just flip out, man. He would just like, he would just like, oh, you like that guy, huh? Like, you know what I mean? It just like, just completely blame the stuff. That's all it was, man. And like,
Yeah. It seems like, a lot of times when in relationships, I was telling you this before the show even started. When in my late in my life, I started dibbling dab with cocaine.
yeah,
And I was never the jealous person when it came to relationships. But when I started to mix my alcohol with cocaine, you guys,
yeah,
I don't know if you guys out there who anybody that's watching this right now. See, I didn't know this, y'all. I didn't know that cocaine make you paranoid as fuck.
yeah,
So I would get on the cocaine, and now I'm thinking that my girl is cheating on me.
yeah,
When we introduce these drugs, right? And I'm gonna need my congregation in the building today. I'm gonna need everybody to rock out with me. So let me know in the comment box today, man. Y'all comment, let me know, engage with me and Anthony today. So I didn't know that when I introduced his cocaine to me, Anthony, I ain't know that I was gonna be so paranoid and so jealous, and so she was telling me that all the time. She was like, "Ain't you, all these years I've been with you, ain't done nothing." She said, "You done changed.
yeah,
Something's up." So I was still trying to hide it, but after a while, the things started to come out. But when we started to put these drugs and these alcohol and these toxins into our body, man, it can really
yeah.
transform us, man. It
Cause
really will. Yeah.
like when I introduced to that more, man. I was with It was like 10 years ago. I
Hmm.
was messing with this chick, right? And I grew up with this chick. I was messing with her for years. I knew her for years, and she had a crush on me, whatever. And I was sniffing cocaine and sniffing dope,
Right.
and that shit started making me like weird. Got me mad skinny. I was
Right.
looking crazy, and I know the withdraw. I started withdrawing off of opiates, and it was a crazy experience, man. Cocaine, that shit have you like have you talking, have you hyped up and shit,
Yeah.
man. Have you like your jaw locked and all that. It's a whole different experience, man. That's why I'm like, all this crazy stuff going on with these kids nowadays, and I'm like, I try to tell this youth, man, like, don't go down the route I did, man. Especially I tell my nieces and nephews, man, not to go down the route I went down because, you got these kids that today they partying with their parents.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the hell? I see a
Yeah.
lot of they got the gun violence and all this stuff. Seeing kids like they doing wild stuff today, and it's like it's crazy.
It's all on social media. I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This Gen Z generation is doomed
yeah,
because they got the access and the power and the information in their cell phones. You know what I mean?
right, right,
These kids can actually now back in the day we used to have to try to probably sneak and watch porn or
yeah,
they was on a videotape you had to put it in. These days these kids got the power to go in their room, close the door, and look at almost anything they want to, man.
yeah,
And with the access to that, then the access to these women and these young girls want to look like the Kardashians, and it starts
Yeah,
to build in self. They start to look at themselves like, I want to look like that. I want to
yeah,
look.
they're
I want to
influenced.
have a BBL. I want to have some lip injections.
Yeah,
It's making the whole world started to feel like we gotta compete. We gotta compete for the likes. We gotta
yeah,
compete for the views. We gotta compete to be noticed and things like that. So
yeah.
this social media, it's a whole
It's
nother
it's
animal.
crazy, man. It's like I see a lot of people. I'm like, everyone want to look like the Kardashians.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn. At
yeah.
one point, everybody was talking about them. Now they want to look like them.
They want to look like them. That's how it goes, man. That's sure how it goes.
Yeah.
Yes, good. That's it's kind of crazy, but that's where
The
everything is
great,
going
yo,
right now.
this is definitely a great thing you do. It's a great show that you do. I ain't never seen nobody do nothing, especially like, us being like, African American black
Right,
people,
right,
and
right.
it's good seeing like people do things like us, man. Cause like where I live at, right,
Hmm.
there's not too many people out here in the room. It's like me and a couple other black fellas that's in the rooms, man. That's in the
Right,
rooms out here, and
right.
the rest is no offense. It's at white people, so it's like it's good to see our race doing something, man. Doing something for
Absolutely.
the, doing something right for ourselves, man.
Oh
You know,
yeah, let's give ourselves a round of applause for that.
yeah.
So one thing I do know, man, I love every race and
Me too.
everything
I
like
love
that.
everybody. I
So
love everybody, man.
yeah, yeah. So we don't never play the race card. And I know you
Yeah.
ain't even trying to do that, but I just
Nah.
know that you're trying to just basically say that you love the way that a person of your color. We don't have too many, and I started to notice that as when
Yeah.
I started to do this content creating, it's not a lot of people in the recovery sector of this YouTube, this addiction sector. It's not a lot of people of color like myself that is doing it. I have to
Right.
compete, or basically, I see a lot of like Caucasians, and I got a lot of great people who I rock out with and who I collab with that I call my sisters and brothers that is white. So I love them. I love them for sure. But it's not a lot of people, like you said, the minorities that is doing that. So that is really what I'm trying to just bring awareness. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I don't want to look at color. I don't want to look at that. But at the end of the day, if a person can bring awareness and inspire others about their addiction and share stories and bring people on like yourself, because you're a well-spoken man. And I
Yeah.
love this interview the way it's going right now.
Yes.
And I love it. I love it. We having a great time, man.
Like I try to be the same. Like even I do stuff on the internet. I try to be the same person I'm doing on the internet. Because some people tell me, Anthony, are
Hmm.
you talking all this stuff, but are you actually living it? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? People in my
right,
life, they say like I was always told this, right? You don't have to say how you're doing. The way you move and actions will tell how you
oh yeah,
what tell how you're doing. Like eventually, people will start saying how you're doing. They'll be like, "Damn, this person's saying this about you, saying this person about Anthony or about Boosie." But every time I see them, they're looking good. They're doing things. So what is this person talking about? Are they just hating? 'Cause I go through that. I go through that a lot, man. I go through people to this day that still try to think because they got so used to what I was doing. They say people still to this day try to say that I'm using because they're. I get it, man. 'Cause I've done that before too. Some people not in love with themselves that they like trying to figure out how you're doing it, man. It's like I said, man. Eventually, how you move and how you will start talking for you. You don't even have to talk and say, "Oh,
right,
I'm doing good." People will say, "Oh, yo, Anthony, have you seen Anthony? Have you seen Boosie? Yo,
right.
they're doing real good, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you don't even gotta say nothing eventually, because
It seems.
every time they see you, oh,
Mhm,
every time I see Anthony, he got his daughter. He's doing thing with his daughter. He's staying
mhm,
with his working. So what the hell are these people talking about? You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot of people that when you I noticed this when I was when I'm in my sobriety, right? And I finally got myself together. It was always the naysayers. You know what I mean? It's always them people that is waiting. They sitting back waiting. They're like, wait for it. It's coming. He finna do something. And it's a
Yeah,
lot of time we put pressure on ourselves because we be too busy trying to please everybody. We be too busy trying to make sure that I don't fuck up, that I
yeah,
don't relapse, that I don't use again. that we take time and we stop looking at ourselves. And when we put the focus on ourselves, like you said, it'll show regardless. I heard that Mike Epps, it was a saying that Mike Epps said, and I'm gonna try my best to re-say what Mike Epps, the comedian, said. Mike Epps said a phrase that he said when he was out there doing cocaine and doing drugs, everybody was loving him. Everybody was like, "Man, I'm there for you. Anything you need, I was there for you. I was there for you. I can help you, brother. You my brother." He said, but soon as he started to get clean, everybody started looking at him like, "Oh, you think you too good for me? Oh, you
Yeah,
think you too
yeah,
good." Why does his downfall and his coming up, him being better, get start to be better? I'm better than the next
yeah,
person. But that's
yeah.
how people look at things. It's crazy.
Like
It's crazy.
today I tried hard to get back. Like I can't. I wanted to change. I still got people that I was out there using with, and they be like, Anthony, you acting funny. And listen, I'm not acting funny. I tried to plenty of times, like tell y'all, like, listen, man, I gotta do this, man. I can't, I can't do this no more. And you know, I'm tired of this. There's plenty of times I said to myself, cause this time I was doing coke, right, and my heart was beating so fast, and I was like, feel like I was going to die. I was like, God, please, God, if you let this feeling go away, I'll stop. And as soon as it went away, my ass sniffing again. You know what I
Mm,
mean? But it's not even just that, man. It's like I wanted to change, man, and people don't see that I want to better myself. I'm doing better for myself, man. I'm not better than you. I try to say, why don't you come on, man? Come and do this. Like, you know,
right,
I'm not trying to. They say it's based on attraction, not promotion.
right.
But I try to do the next right thing and tell people, like, listen, man, you know, because like I see people my age, man, like people I went to school with, man, they're
Hmm.
standing on the islands with signs, man, with
Right,
or I'm homeless. I'm like, damn, man, and they be asking me for money. I was like, listen, man, I'll get you something to eat. I'm not giving you no money, man. You know
hmm,
what I'm saying? I'll get you something to eat. I'm not giving you no money because, like, I already know what you about to go do with that money.
exactly.
I already know I've been there, done that. So I'm not going to contribute to that behavior. I'm not going to have that on my back. Oh, like I gave you 20, I gave you $10, and an hour later, I hear you just died.
Right.
I'm not
I
having
had a
that.
yeah. I had a friend guy. Well,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
friend
yeah,
of my girl family.
yeah,
He's in my girl's family, and he's pretty. Everybody love him, but he have a problem. Just
yeah,
I'm gonna put it like that. And it be sometimes when I have like old clothes that I'm growing out of, or I'm just not rocking with anymore. That I finna just get rid of.
yeah, yeah,
I give them to him. But he got drunk one day. He was like, I be selling everything you be giving to me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like you go out with the kindness of your heart to try to do that. And at the same time, you knowing what they gonna do with it. So I had to take myself back from doing that and just start trying to get my clothes to the shelter, man. I just cause I'm like, me giving it to you, it's not benefiting you. Because you go out there, sell it to get high. So that ain't
yeah.
benefiting nobody. I should just take it to the shelter where it could
Right.
benefit somebody. Let's
Exactly.
continue on with the
All right.
most kids pick sides when when their parents argue or have fights or disagreements. Did you ever pick a side? Because most kids pick a side. Did you ever pick a side?
Uh, I was a mama's boy, so I picked my mother's
Right,
side.
right. Me too. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like I picked like I ain't gonna lie, my dad, like I said, man, like when he came, like, he did what he did back in the day, but like he came back around and like we left him in like 98, 90, something like 98, 99. I was born 96, so we left him like when I was like when I was like 3 or 4, at least around that time. But he came back around a little bit. Then he left for years. He came back around 2007, right? My mom got in contact with his brother, that has now passed away, right? And he said, "Hey, I got Robert's number. Do you want it?" So like, I get it. My mother had 8 kids by that man. Of course, she
yeah.
still had feelings. She's like, "No, I don't got no feelings for him." He's like, "Yeah, whatever, ma. You had 8 kids by this man.
Yeah,
You know
them
what I mean?"
feelings, they there. Oh yeah.
So like when he came back around, right? I tried to love him, and then I had like I tried loving him. He was like I get to know him because I was older, so like he was silly, made me laugh or whatever, but he still had the same ways from when I left as a kid. He was still drinking, still he wasn't smoking. Well, he was smoking crack a little bit when he first came back around, but um, he was drinking. But I was like, man, is he ever going to change, man? And I'm seeing my mother do her thing, and I'm seeing like a whole different thing, and I'm like, damn, man, it's like, man, because that's what made me start even like sneaking around and doing like smoking weed. And my sisters and them, they had parties the night before. They leave unopened nips around, leftover beer, and
Hmm.
I mean, I wanted to know what that feeling was like. So that's why I would want to probably do it. You know what I mean? And if I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, I had some fun times out there.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, what I'm saying? I had some fun times. I was partying, strip clubbing, just bugging
Hmm.
out.
Right. Right.
But like,
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
nah, you good. But my
Mhm.
mom's side, man, I chose more because she was there more. She was there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's nothing like that mother love, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because as kids, man, our parents supposed to be our superheroes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I chose my mother's side.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Having a big family. How did the addiction that your father had and the arguments? How did it affect your older brothers and sisters?
um, it affected them like it affected them in a sad way, but like my older brothers and sisters, they stayed strong. They kept doing what they need to do. They helped my mom, but it affected us in a negative way because we didn't have a father like that growing up. And
Right.
my older brother, shout out to him, man, Diaka, man, he was there, man. And, you know, um, he was there for us, man, and he did his job, man, and like, and it affected me, like, cause I was like, damn, where's my dad? Cause I'm going to school as a kid, and I'm seeing they dad and parents pick them up from
Right.
school, and I'm
Right.
like, damn, where's my dad? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It affected me in a negative way. It still messed with me in a negative way today because my dad, like, I had just like I was getting sober for a little bit, but like I had 6 months, kept going back out, a few months going back out, and I wish my dad could see um, today how I'm doing good because my daughter was like probably like 4 months old when he passed away, and he never even meet my daughter in 2018. Um, he passed away, man. He was, you know what I mean, and it's sad, man, because he didn't get to see my progression, and I wish he was like, I wish I could have. Maybe like I'm thinking too. Maybe if he would have seen me do good in recovery, maybe that would have made him. But you can't make nobody get clean. They got to get clean themselves, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the first
but
step.
yeah,
I'm gonna piggyback off what you said yourself, because
yeah,
I remember my dad. See, like I was telling you, I'm the youngest of five kids, and my
yeah,
dad passed when I was 10 years old.
yeah.
So I remember a lot of my dad, man, but it's still some vague memories because I was 10 years old, nine
You
years
was
old.
little.
I'm still little, so
Yeah,
I would still remember his face, how he smelled, how he talked, and things
yeah,
of that nature, man, and how he walked and his mannerism. So I don't remember a lot of the alcohol and the alcohol use with my older brothers and sisters and them did. Um, so I kind of growing up as a child, I used to be around some of my friends, and they used to get to talking about their parents. They mad at their mama. They mad at their daddy. And I remember saying this as a kid, man. I used to be like, "Look, be blessed that you still have that mother or that father. My dad ain't coming back." You know what I mean? I used to tell them that. I used to be young. Used to tell some of my friends that my dad's not coming back. So I had to grow up. Literally, my mom took over the realm, man, and she did everything. I had everything. I was still like a spoiled kid, didn't want for nothing, had way more than most of my other kids did. So my mom did everything the right way, man. And so, like you said, we supposed to, as parents, I'm a parent now. We're supposed to grow older than our kids. So I just like I said, I'm a mom's son. Like you said, I'm a mama's baby too, man. That's what I love.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's talk about growing up in the streets. What
Yep.
led you to the street life? I mean, what?
My brothers, and I mean my brothers and them, man. My brothers, like, yeah, he helped my mom out too, but like, I wanted to be like them. like there was days, man. I used to like couldn't go out with them and hang out because they had a lot of my brothers and them. My mom and them told me right when I was a baby, they used to use me to get chicks because they used to bring me out with them when I was little and they oh he's so cute. So that's how they got the chicks and everything. But
Right.
like I wanted to follow them around, man. I wanted to follow them around, and that's what made me like get into that street life, following them around and following other people around I knew in the streets, man. And like so like I ran for it, man. That's what I wanted to do. I want to be that. I see dudes in the block. I used to be like, I want to be like them. You know what I mean? I see they had their chains on. They had chains down to they shit, and I wanted to be like them, man. And but like, and the root of the end of it all, man. I learned that you either end up in jail or dead, man. At the root of all that, man, you either end up in jail. But it was so cool to me. At the time, it was mad cool. Like,
Right.
I see everybody on the block. They had their cars. They was shining. All the chicks was around, and
Right.
I wanted that attention too.
Right.
So like, that's what made me like do that, man. Cause there's plenty of time, man. I had homeboys, man. Me and my homie, like little homies, boy. We was little stick up kids, stealing from the store, robbing people, and just doing wild stuff. So that life was fun, man. You know, I've seen shootouts, man, crazy shootouts, all that, man, and that life like chaos wanted me to like I wanted to be around that. And now like I live in like in a quiet neighborhood look, and sometimes I'll be like, damn, it's quiet as hell, man. I'm like I'm so used to chaos. And
Right.
I'm like, damn, man, I'm not
Yeah.
used to this shit. So
Right.
but I'm learning today to like chill out, man, a day at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You was introduced to alcohol and drugs. What was your drug of choice?
My drug of choice, I was alcohol.
Hmm.
I did heroin, I
Right.
did cocaine, I did pills.
Right.
I did all the club drugs, man. I never did the meth and none. I was on Suboxone for some
Okay.
time. I
Okay.
got off that. It was I actually almost lost my life, man, back in 2016, right? It was me, my ex girlfriend, and a couple of her friends, right? It's a street out here called they call it Roller Coaster Road. Um, and we was going up that road right fast, and going like at least 60 or something, and the car swerved and we crashed into this tree. Car caught on fire. I pulled majority of them out the car, but the driver, she was stuck. They had to use the fire department. They had to use that jars of life to get her out the car,
Mm.
and my ex almost died. Man, it was crazy. Her head was split open. Rib was cracked, and we was all drugging that time, drugging and using that time, and that shit scared me for a little bit. I stopped using for a little bit, but I continued to use, and I wanted to just be in that lifestyle, man. And I'm grateful today, man, by the grace of God, man, that I don't do that today, man. I'm really
Absolutely.
grateful, man.
Absolutely.
Truly, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a
Yeah.
blessing right there, brother. During that accident, did it make you change the way you look at life? That life can be
Yeah,
cut
yeah, because
short
I
real fast.
died, man, and it was like, God, it wasn't my time. I feel like, it must have been not my time yet,
Mhm.
and it was a scary feeling, man, because it was a lot of rumors going around saying I was driving, or it was all mixed. I wasn't driving, man. It was a lot of mixed up rumors going around, and the cops were investigating. And I'm like, they were coming to me questioning. And I'm like, listen, I wasn't driving. I just pulled everybody out the car when the car did crash, and it was scary, man. It was very scary. You know, it was scary seeing my ex like that, and it was wild, man. She had to get life flighted like by the helicopters to a different hospital because it was she was in critical condition basically.
Wow.
You know,
When did you notice that you had a problem with your addiction? When did you was like, you know what, maybe I'm doing too much?
uh, when I was like basically like I said, living to use and using to live, man. I was when I started stealing from family, started stealing from people, it started like you know panhandling, man. When I started doing that, and that's when I was like, damn, man, this is like.
It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm,
damn, man, you got to do something, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just like every day waking up, figuring out how I'm going to use, how I'm going to get this, how I'm going to get that, and you know what I mean. Not worried about not being sick, and it's a scary feeling, man.
Yeah.
You know what I
It was a
mean?
lot of times I was losing weight myself, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody was telling me I was losing weight, but I thought that I was looking good.
yeah. I was looking good.
Yeah,
I got pictures where I thought I was looking good, man. But I was like, I look at him now, I'm like, damn, I look crazy.
yeah. I do the same shit. I do the
Like
same
you
shit.
know, I wasn't even like eating was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I just worried about getting that next drink, getting that next sniff. Just,
Yeah,
you know what I
most
mean?
definitely. Oh yeah, man. One thing about addiction, when it grabs you, it grabs you, man. And
Yeah,
yeah, it can take over everything.
yeah.
It take over everything. Did any of your family members try to help you with your addiction?
Yeah, plenty of time. They didn't like. Yeah, they helped me plenty of times. It was, I almost got sectioned a few times, man. I almost got sectioned a few times, and my family wasn't liking it. Uh, always giving me lectures. I used to lie and say, I'm not using no more. At the same time, I would, after they gave me this big lecture, right? I would leave and go get high and get drunk, and
Right.
and they didn't like it, man. They wasn't for that. You know what I mean? They wasn't for that because my family and them didn't really like, dude. They didn't really. They were drinkers, smoke weed and all that.
Mm,
Um, they never did like really drugs or anything. So like, so yeah, they didn't like it at all, man. They always give me lectures, and I just didn't listen. That's like my nickname when I was little. My mom, it was like your head is hard as a brick wall. You
mm.
know what I mean? I don't listen. I don't. Today's the time. It still affects me. Like people say, you don't listen sometimes, and it's just like But yeah, man, it's just no one's perfect, man. No one's perfect at all.
But they say we live and we learn, Anthony. We live
Yeah,
and we learn.
yeah,
Being kicked out of school, do you think that was just you being rebellious, rebelling and stuff like that and being young?
yeah. I mean, I kicked out a majority of the schools where I live at now. Um, I got kicked out of the. It was a school for troubled kids. We got kicked out of that. They got so tired. It was like, you know what? They sent me back to regular school. Like, like I said, I think I was doing that because, like I said, what happened in my life, and I
Hmm.
wanted to be follow the monkey see monkey do. That's what I
Right,
wanted to do, man. And just
right.
I wanted to be a follower, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, and everybody, like majority of my friends, they were like moving forward with life, while I was just sitting back, not doing the right thing. And I'm like, that shit kind of made me like, damn. Like I see people today that I grew up with, they doing really good and successful, man. I'm like,
Hmm.
damn, man. If I would have just did the right thing,
Right.
I would have been right there. But you know
We,
what?
yeah.
It happens, man. You
And
know?
I tell a lot of people this though. And a lot of times sometimes we just need to shut off social media. So
Yep.
sometimes, when we in our recovery stage, a lot of people that's in the recovery stage, because I know you probably do this sometimes too. You probably look on Facebook and you see some of your old classmates. You see
Yeah.
them them bought a house and they
Yeah.
they they doing big things, and it can make you feel like you done did a lot of wrong in your life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It can make you be depressed. It can make you feel like, oh shit, man. If I wouldn't own all these drugs and doing all this drinking, I can be right there too. So
Yeah.
it's the way we look at value and we look at social media and we look at what other people have done. I tell a lot of people this, man. I wouldn't take it back for nothing. Everything that I have been through, I wouldn't take it back because I learned a lot in the process. I learned a lot in the process. You know what I mean? I met a lot of, like you said, I had a lot of fun doing what I
Yeah.
was doing. A lot of fun. I made a lot of mistakes, but that also it helped me out and to become the man who I am today. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
won't take it back. I won't take it back. Do you feel that you let a lot of people down?
Yeah. I let a lot of people down, especially family members, and like I broken promises I couldn't keep. Like I mean, like I said, who hasn't broken promises they can't keep, man? Like
Right.
especially most importantly, man, my mother and my daughter, friends, and like my daughter, she was little, but I've let her down too, man. There was times where like, I chose drinking over my daughter, man. Like, me and the mother of my child were together, man. You know, God bless her too, man, because she's struggling. She's struggling with some health issues right now. She had the mother of my child. She's struggling with some like severe health issues, and it's sad, man, because like we went through a lot of crazy stuff, man, and I did my part. She did her part. No one was perfect, but like she had my child, and like she didn't have to have a child with me, and I let her down as a person, and my daughter down, and her other kids down, and like if I could go back and change certain things, I would. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens
Absolutely.
for a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I let a lot of people down, though. A lot.
It's all about redemption, man. It's all
Yeah.
about redemption. You woke up this morning, brother.
God
You
bless.
have another day. God blessed you again a day, man, to wake up this morning. You have another day to get to right your wrongs for what you did the days before and the years before. So just get yourself a round of applause, man.
Yeah. Right.
Give yourself a round of applause, man. That's a blessing, Anthony. A lot of people
It is.
that was in our situation, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that went to sleep last night that did not wake up today.
Yeah. And
So
I'm
it's
grateful today, man, because every day, whether in the morning or afternoon, if I sleep in, I get up and I get on my knees, man, and I surrender and I pray and I thank God for another day. Because
absolutely
he did not have to allow me to see another day. He did not allow you to see another. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
um, I was looking for some trying to get baptized, man, and I've been talking to a few people, and
Hmm.
I want to like really work on my spirituality more too.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes, yes. Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't got baptized, but I got saved, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
have a big story on when I got saved,
yeah,
man. That I can tell a lot of people. Put it like this: when I got saved for the first time in my life, when I walked up there and we was in church, me and the kids and the family, and I wasn't pressured to walk up there. When they be asking if you want to give your life to the Lord, come up here right now. I felt it, Anthony. I felt
yeah,
something in me just got me up, and I walked up there and I got down, and they prayed over me and they saved me. And when I got up off my knees, I looked around, my whole family, the kids crying, the whole congregation crying because they knew what I was battling. They knew what I was going through. They knew
yeah,
that okay, we feel this right here. And let me tell you, this is how I know that there's a good and there's an evil. The next day, I had a dream that I was fighting this entity with red eyes, body and face. The body and face was totally black, Anthony. He was grabbing my arms. I'm grabbing his arm. He telling me to come back. I want you back. I want you back. See, the enemy seen that I was trying to give my life to the Lord. And he was like, nah, brother, you've been over here with me too long. You've been over here with me too long, brother. I need you to come back on over here. And
yeah,
that it's the spiritual warfare that we are having right now. The
yeah,
battle, when they talking about the end of the world and it will be with bombs and fire. No, no, no. This next war we are having right now, Anthony, and it's a spiritual war. That is what
yeah.
is going on right now. That is what is going on right now. What motivates you to stay sober and stay clean?
What motivates me more is most importantly, like I said, I got sober. You have like I got sober for me, like, and my daughter, but like I plenty of time I tried doing it for other people. It didn't work. So like this time I'm doing it for myself. Like what
Absolutely.
motivates me, man, I'm seeing people like life changing. I'm seeing people in recovery. Their life is getting better and better and better. And I want to be just like that. I want to feel like I don't need a drink or a drug or cigarette to feel good. Like I'm in a couple of days. I'll have 17 months of no smoking cigarettes or vapes or anything. I mean,
Yeah,
smoking cigarettes or vapes. You know
right.
what I mean? And I
That's
feel
awesome.
good today. And what motivates my daughter? She most importantly, she motivates. She motivates me, man. Cause I need to be a father available. Today, man. And something happens to her mother, man. I gotta be there, man. I
Yes,
gotta
sir.
be there, and
Yes, sir.
Gotta make a shout out to the grandmother for being there too, while the mother is battling her sickness, man, and everything right now. And because it's very sad what's going on with her mother. And
Mm-hmm.
I try to be there. I get it. The mother don't want to talk to me really like that because we went through what we went through. But I was told, Anthony, eventually that time will come, man, when she probably will talk to you again, and
Right.
you know,
You know,
but
yeah, time heal all wounds. You know what I mean? Just you right now, you are taking the necessary steps. You doing what you supposed to do, and as long as you continue on the right path, take them little baby steps, Anthony. Don't be
yeah,
trying to.
yeah,
Yeah, that's one thing sometimes that we do. We try to take the big old steps, and then we get frustrated when we relapse or we take a
yeah,
step back. Yeah, just take you doing right. You on the right path. You taking you're doing the necessary things that you need to do. You want to get right with your spirituality. You stopping some of the habits, and you're on the right path, man. So, like I said, applaud yourself, brother. Applaud yourself.
yeah.
If you can do it all over again, would you do it?
What am I doing? If I could do all over again, man, I'll start back to when I was like 18. I'll be 28 in July, but I'll start back when I was like 18, man, in high school, man, and change a lot, man. Cause I wasted a lot of time, man, partying and drinking and not doing nothing, just sitting around, man. And I would literally, because I play a sport. I work out a lot. I do a lot of running and I play a lot of basketball. Like, there's no telling what could have happened, man, if I didn't get introduced to this lifestyle. There's no telling, man. There is no telling because like I realize the talents that I have now. I'm not I'm not drinking none. I do what you do, man. I do a lot
Mhm.
of motivational stuff. I do a lot
Mhm.
of that stuff, and there's no telling where my life could have been, man, at today, man. But you know what? I'm
Absolutely.
grateful today. You know what? The past is the past. Going back to 18 ain't gonna happen. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
We put that in our rear view mirror and we
yeah,
gonna just
yeah,
keep
yeah,
moving
yeah.
forward. Yeah,
That's
I
it.
wanted to ask because I knew I wanted to ask you this question because I haven't been asking a lot of my guest speakers that question,
Yeah,
but it hit me last night. I said, you know what, I want to start asking my guest speakers, man, if they can do it all over again, what would they
yeah,
do different?
yeah,
I think that's a great question that a lot of people would love to answer. We almost finna wrap it up, man. We wrapping it up. You doing an awesome job.
yeah.
Like I
Thank
said,
you, man.
thank you. Thank you again. Thank you again. Okay. Finish this sentence for me. My name is Anthony, and I am
I am grateful today. I'm grateful today. I'm available today. I love myself today.
absolutely awesome.
Yep. Yep.
Finish this sentence for me. Today, I will not.
I would not pick up.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that
Yeah.
one. I love that
Yeah.
one. After everything you've been through your entire life, with addiction,
Yeah.
being kicked out of school, the street life,
Yeah.
what have it taught you and what have you learned?
It taught me. It taught me not to go back to that lifestyle. It taught me to be a productive member of society today, man. And it taught me that you don't have to you don't have to be a gang member or be in the streets to make it. You can actually work a paycheck to paycheck job, man, to make it. You can do it the legal way today, man. You
Yeah.
don't have to, cause there ain't no education out of that.
No.
You know what I mean? You ain't graduating from being a gangster.
Mm-mm.
You know
You
what I
don't
mean?
you don't you don't get no life insurance. You ain't
Yeah,
get no
you don't get no
policy.
yeah. You don't get no
Only
retire. You
policy,
don't get no retirement from being in the
no
street.
retirement fund, no none of that. It's a penitentiary dead or
Yeah.
it's
Now, will this
nothing.
like
Yeah.
now? Do you upload it to YouTube? Will I be able to share it or like?
Oh, we on YouTube right now.
Okay,
It's live. Yeah, yeah. This
okay, okay,
right after this, man. This you can go right after this and go watch the full replay.
okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If
All
not,
right.
I can send it directly to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
send it directly to me so I can share that and you know what I mean, get you out there. Not
thank you,
only
brother.
just me,
Thank you.
we.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Most definitely. Let's give a round of applause for that one.
yeah,
Most
yeah, yeah,
definitely. Most definitely. Let me give my boy Anthony some of these bombs, man.
yeah,
Drop a
yeah, yeah.
cruise bomb for my boy Anthony, man, because he rocked out with me. Y'all know how we do. The last thing before I get you on out of here, Anthony.
Yeah.
If someone out there right now that is battling addiction, they're scared, they're lonely, they don't know what to do. Uh, what advice would you give them right now?
You have to first have to admit, man, you are powerless over this disease. You better take care of it now before it's too late. You know what I mean? This is not the lifestyle you want. It's gonna you end up in jail. It said jail institutions of death, right? But sometimes you go straight to death. There is no. Sometimes people don't see jail institution. You street straight death, man. And you are. I'll tell them you are worthy, and you can do this if you just surrender.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There you have it, everybody. Anthony Giovonni.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate
Anthony
it.
Giovonni. Thank you again, brother. We will be doing this again. Like I said, just hit me up on the back end. We're gonna try to get that panel together where
All
we can
right.
have some more brothers up here and we can have this whole screen field and everybody can we can all just discuss this some issues pertaining in an inner city community or just in our community regarding the fact about addiction. You know what I mean? So we could just try to share stories. We could try to share insights. We can try to share insights of what we think that might can help the people that is in
All right.
active condition. Thank you again and salute, man. Make
All
you
right.
have a blessed day, brother.
God bless.
Yes,
All right.
sir. There you have it, everybody. Anthony Giovonni in the building. Let me get my boy another. Let me drop another clues bomb for my boy. And let's give Anthony a round of applause, man, because he stepped up today and he did what a lot of people are scared to come to this platform because I cannot say that they are scared, but a lot of people just ain't got to the point where they it's open. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of people ain't got to the point where they are open to discuss their addiction. So I understand that you got to give some people a little more time than others. So if you are out there right now and you are watching this interview and you would love to share your story, email me. I will have my email in a description box. So you can just send me an email me. I will have my Facebook links in a description box. You can go find me on my Facebooks and my Instagram. Send me a message there. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Subscribe here to this channel today. Help us fight the YouTube algorithm by clicking the like button. That's help us in the YouTube algorithm as well. I will also have in the description box my bag up channel. It's an entertainment channel. We talk about relationships and a whole bunch of other topics, man. I think you guys, if you want some real entertainment, I think you guys will really love that channel. It is called the Common Sense Not Common Live. I will have that link in the description box also. So make sure you guys go take the time out and see what I got to offer in the description box. Follow me on Instagram. My links with Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you go check out my entertainment channel as well. We're doing some big things over here. Shout out to Anthony Giovonni for stepping up today and standing on business today. You know what I mean? And coming over here to the Sober Gang Experience to share his story. It was a very, 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 very good interview today. And I sure appreciate Anthony for giving his time out today and rocking out with us. We're going to continue to do what we do, right? We're going to continue to motivate. We're going to continue to inspire those in active addiction. one episode at a time. Thank you guys for Mr. Show Out TV. Peace, love, happiness. Stay sober, stay clean, stay blessed. See you guys on the next one.
Welcome to Mr. Show Out TV Recovery and Addiction YouTube channel, where we hope to inspire those battling addiction. Please subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell to get notified whenever we broadcast. Thank you and enjoy the show. To support the channel, you can send donations to Cash App $Mr. Show Out TV. So please don't wait, subscribe now. Together we can help and give inspiration to millions of people.